What's up, guys? Welcome to another one of these videos. If you don't know me, my name is Vasco. I own a SaaS business that stands for Software as a Service. And in these daily updates, I just go over some Q&A of questions you guys ask here in these channel comments, some growth stats and progress, and some updates on how my SaaS business is doing. So with that being said, let's just jump straight into the comments. Today, there's literally no comments. So neither on this channel nor on my main channel, which, by the way, I'll link in the description. So I'll just yap about something that I think could be valuable for you guys, which will be valuable for me as well, which is removing the free trial on your SaaS will instantly make you more money, right? And me as well, I'm at fault at this because we do sort of have a free trial as well. And I'm going to remove it, okay, maybe Monday, and I'll update you guys on how it goes. But my prediction is that we're instantly going to make more money. Sure, we're going to have less signups, but we're instantly going to make more money. And here's how, because our goal with having a free trial, let me just show you like how our SaaS looks like, right? Our goal is just, hey, have a free trial, people give us their emails and they can jump into the dashboard. Sure, a lot of stuff it's blocked out, like so that they can't use like 90% of the features, but they can use like 1%, okay? And our goal is to, let's get them to try, get them hooked, right? And then they'll pay, right? Which is similarly to the play that these big companies do, like Intercom, they're basically an AI chatbot, right? Which, yeah, sure, you get a free trial, you embed this chatbot onto your site, e-commerce store, software business agency, doesn't matter. Like you have like a little agent on the bottom right-hand corner, right? And the goal is to get your brand into their infrastructure. So once you have the chatbot live, answering questions, helping with support, you won't want to leave. That was our goal with this, right? So that's the whole premise behind this. But we're not big enough, and unfortunately, and most of the people out there don't have not the good enough product, but the product that has infrastructure in place to be sticky enough to get people who come from free trial to use your product for free, make it sticky enough on like a 4 to 5 day window to get them to not want to opt out, thus buying your product. Hopefully this made sense. And we are an example of that. We are not good enough for that. For example, interior AI. This is just I'll give you a couple of examples. These guys allow you to just take a picture of your room, of your house, and then with an AI prompt, like make it a different type of style. Like they could easily have a free trial, but they don't. Sure, they capture your email right here, but then you're instantly redirected to this page right here. There's no free trial. None of that. There's no free trial. Okay. And so the idea here is that, sure, you get less, you could get less signups, right? But in theory, you'd make more money. So let me give you my theory. My theory is that there's a possibility that free trials are causing fewer people to buy because they get to test the product. But by testing it, they lose interest and don't buy. So by allowing people to, for example, go here and test, taking out a picture and using a prompt to convert this to whatever style, or going into our business and testing out a few features, right? The actual process of testing, right, might make them lose interest, and lose the curiosity, right? They might test the product wrongly, so not in an ideal way, right? They might use a wrong prompt, might not really like the output, and see that the items aren't quite what they expected, the deliverables of the SaaS. And then they give up. Whereas if they paid, since they already committed and spent the money, right, they wouldn't have given up so easily. So if people could not go into our dashboard, right, if they had to pay to come in, right, as soon as they pay, they put a much more effort into giving it a go and testing it and actually putting effort into this because they paid for it. While people who go in for free, they don't really care. They don't spend any time like clicking the tabs and analyzing things or exploring new features because, again, it's free. They didn't make any commitment. They got in for free, right? So having people pay just to test it out, right, will, again, on one hand, make them actually try, use, be critical about it, open support tickets on things that don't work, so higher quality clients, right? And then if there's a guy right here, right, who is curious enough to give you your email to try your SaaS, right, that same curiosity, right, will still be there if there's a paywall in the middle that he has to pay to access the SaaS. So all your potential leads are curious to try your SaaS, right? But again, that same curiosity is still there if you have a paywall right here, right? That's basically, hopefully this is making sense so far. For example, guys like Circle, these guys are course hosting platform. There's no free trial, right? You just have to pay to give it a go, right? And I mean, sure, there's a 14-day free trial, but you have to give them your card, right? So we don't give the card. When I say end free trials, I mean end free trials without a card, right? Right now, people can just go on here and test things out. And again, my issue is that they're testing it not the right way. And with AI products, that happens often because AI is unpredictable. So if people just for some reason type in the wrong prompt or use the wrong settings, which by the way, we have a bunch of settings that they can tweak. Let me just quickly show you so you guys can understand if this makes sense or not, right? Right here, they have a bunch of settings and a bunch of things they can play with, knowledge base where they can upload. I mean, there's just so much stuff. And if they find that this is going to be a bit too overwhelming, or they change a setting that they don't really know what it does, because again, they went in for free, right? They won't commit to the product. And the curiosity they had for trying it out disappears because they did try it out and it was like good enough. But it wasn't good enough because they didn't put enough effort in to giving it a go because they didn't pay for it, right? So my point is that by removing the free trial for my business and for any business, right, we will instantly make more money. That's the whole premise behind this. And I think it's true. I think we're instantly going to make more money. And I'll be here to let you guys know how that goes. Monday, we're going to be doing it. Today's Saturday. So Monday, we're going to be like just removing the free trial like on our homepage. Sure, we're still going to have like the email capture. It's going to say like try now or whatever, or give it a go or improve your SEO, whatever. And then when they go to the dashboard, it's all going to be blocked, right? And the idea is of course to have it blocked, but with video explainers. Because for example, if they go here into the LM brand monitors, I want to have a video right here explaining how it works, which by the way, we do have already for some features. So right here, this is an account that's not paid, right? There you go. Or for example, right here, there's a video right here. But again, they can still click around and try and test a bunch of stuff, which again, it's overwhelming. There's just too much things they can do, too many things they can do, which again, isn't ideal because the people who are here, they're here for free. So they have no interest in committing and trying all this stuff because again, they haven't paid. There's no commitment. So yeah, I might be wrong. I think I'm right. We're going to be removing the free trial and hopefully we're going to make more money. Of course, signups are going to get they're going to lower in theory, but I think we're going to have higher quality people coming in and buying because again, the same guy who's right here, who's getting the free trial and using the app is the same guy that has the same curiosity that would still go try the app even if there was a paywall right here. But then as soon as he goes past the paywall, he's going to take it much more seriously than if there was no paywall because again, he got it for free. Hopefully that made sense. So yeah, that's it. That's the video for today. A bit fast. If you guys have any questions, let me know in these comments. The whole beginning of the video was supposed to be Q&A, but because there was no Q&A, I just jumped straight into this. But if you guys have any questions about SaaS, about business, about what we do, etc., just let me know in the comments. And yeah, that's it. Cheers. I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye.